welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna, and if you are new here, then don't forget to subscribe. And as always, if you'd like to follow me on all of my social media, then that is right here down below. Today's video I'm excited about. It's something a little bit different that I haven't really done before. I feel like I say that in front of every video. I don't know. I am talking about my contenders for this song of the summer. You guys know I love to do music videos on this channel. Music is something that I'm super passionate about, so it's just something that I enjoy talking about and giving my opinions and 2 cents on, I guess. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I made a small little playlist on Spotify. It has 11 songs, and it is just like my contenders for Song of the Summer. What I mean by that is, which one of these songs is going to be like that song that's remembered for summer 2019? It's that song that's everywhere, that you hear everywhere you go, everyone's playing it in their cars, like those kinds of songs. So I have a list of songs that I think could possibly be that song, and I'm just going to go through them and talk about them and talk about why I think they could be the Song of the Summer. Okay, so starting with I Don't Care by Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber. This song was just released last week. It's so good. I'm a big Ed Sheeran fan, so pretty much anything he releases I am a fan of. But this song is especially like summery. It's got that summer vibe, summer jam. So let's listen to it a little bit and then we can talk more about it after.
'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. You're making me feel that maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah.
Okay, so it's got this summery vibe. It's got this, like, I don't even know, the drums in the background. It just feels like a summer song to me. It's funny because before I had even heard it, I had kind of called it out last week and said it was going to be the Song of the Summer even before I heard it. Maybe I'm a clairvoyant or something, I don't know. But I definitely could see this being a song that everyone is playing all summer long in their cars, in their backyards, at their barbecues, at the beach, all of that. Like, it's just one of those songs. You know, a couple summers ago we had, what's it called, by Ed Sheeran. We had Shape of You, that's what it's called. We had Shape of You by Ed Sheeran 2 years ago for the summer of 2017, I believe it was. And that was just like, again, one of those summery songs that like you can totally see yourself dancing to at, you know what I mean, at the beach or like at the pool, whatever it is. It's just one of those songs. I think this song is the same thing as well. I think Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber knew exactly what they were doing by releasing it last week, middle of May, because songs that typically are songs of the summer get released sometime in May and or towards the end of May, and then they just kind of stay on the radio all throughout the summer months. This is definitely a summer jam, so smart of them to release it now. I definitely think this could be the actual song of the summer. I have a couple more that I'm going to talk about, but I think this is my #1 contender. So the next one that I think could be Song of the Summer contender is Beer Never Broke My Heart by Luke Combs. This just came out like a week and a half ago or so, but if you're new to my channel, then you probably don't know that I am obsessed with country music, or at least of late, and I do a lot of country music videos on this channel, so go check those out after you're done watching this video, of course. But I just want to talk about this song. I don't have too many country songs on this list for contenders, but I just wanted to talk about it because it's one of those songs, again, that is just like a feel-good song. It's one of those songs that you can blast in your car when you're driving or at the pool. So let's play it a little bit, and then we'll talk about it.
Long neck eyes, cold wind never broke my heart. Like diamond rings and football teams have torn this boy apart. Like a neon dream, it just dawned on me that bars in this guitar. And long neck eyes, cold wind never broke my heart.
Jam, right? Jam. Even if you're not a huge country fan, I feel like it's more rock, pop country than anything. He's got that little drawl, Luke Combs, but Luke Combs is, I mean, on fire right now in the country world, at least, and I feel like a lot of people who may not love country might like a couple of his songs. I really love his song When It Rains It Pours. That was the first song that I had heard by him, and I was hooked ever since. Go check that one out if you haven't heard it. It's great. It's so funny. But this is called Beer Never Broke My Heart. Like I said, it just came out not too long ago. Love the lyrics, love what it's saying, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna stick with the beer because beer never broke my heart. But it's just one of those songs that I totally see being played at like a barbecue barbecue with a beer in your hand or an alcoholic beverage, of course, if you're of age, and you know, eating a hot dog or a burger by the pool. Like, it's just one of those songs that I totally can hear people jamming out to. I'm going to the Florida Georgia Line concert in a couple of months or weeks maybe, I don't even know, it's in July, and I know we're gonna be tailgating and I know everyone's gonna be playing this song. I know we're just gonna hear it everywhere, but definitely a strong contender for Song of the Summer. I think it might not be played on pop radio necessarily, but for the country world, definitely a strong contender. The next one I'm gonna talk about is If I Can't Have You by Shawn Mendes. I know everyone is obsessed with this song, and it's definitely probably right behind I Don't Care by Ed Sheeran, if I had to guess, and or tied. I know a lot of younger females and or females my age are a very big fan of Shawn Mendes, so if anything, they are going to be the ones to bring it to the top. So let's listen to it a little bit.
Oh, I'm good at keeping my distance, I know, but everything means nothing if I can't have you. I can't write one song that's not about you. Everything means nothing if I can't have you.
So that's definitely a bop. If I Can't Have You by Shawn Mendes. It's just one of those songs that I totally see myself driving in the car with my windows down on the way to the beach, or I don't know, to get a Slurpee, because that's such a summer thing that I do. It's just one of those songs, like, it doesn't necessarily have a summer feel, but it's this upbeat, feel-good love song, you know what I mean? It's got this beat in the background that just like wants to make you dance, and I feel like if you're gonna be a song of the summer, it's gotta make you dance. It's just, it has to be that happy feeling, and this is definitely one of them. I have seen some other artists talk about this song and say, like, you know what I mean, it was an absolute bop and that they can't get it out of their heads, and I definitely agree. And I don't know if anybody saw, but he, for promotion, sent multiple celebrities and other friends of his a copy of the song on a tape and gave them a tape recorder or a tape player. I don't know what that's called. I don't know. Some of you guys might be too young to even know, but like the little like tapes, and you put it in and it just played his song, and it really worked, and I just thought that was a really cool idea. So okay, so I have one more country song to talk about on this playlist. I talked about this in my video last week, so if you haven't seen that, you should go check it out, my Women of Country. So this is my last country song on this playlist, like I said, but this is Southbound by Carrie Underwood. It is so smart. She just released it as a single not too long ago, but when her album had first come out, I was a huge fan of this song immediately. So I've known this song for a really long time, but I still think it is just the perfect summer song. I could definitely see this being played on pop radio, and I say that because a lot of other Carrie Underwood songs have been played on pop radio before. You know what I mean? Dan and Shay is being played a lot on pop radio, so why wouldn't Carrie Underwood be played? Because she's very pop country. So I definitely see this reaching, you know, the masses. But let's jam out to it a little bit, and then I'll talk more about it.
We're coming here from all around to get a little southbound, unwound, Tennessee honey kind of buzz. Them south sounds loud, summer dripping off of us. From the river bank to the party cold, as long as it flows, don't rock the boat. And it's not looking up when we get down, yeah, and get a little southbound, southbound.
I mean, for God's sake, she says summer in the song. You know what I mean? Like, it could not be a more perfect summer jam. I mean, even if none of these songs end up being like the song of the summer that we remember forever, you guys should all add these to your playlist just because they're all, you know, just hits that you can totally vibe to. Follow this playlist on Spotify if you'd like. It's just called Songs of the Summer. I'll leave my Spotify down below. I'm always listening to various things, but I did make a playlist for this, so you can go follow that if you would like. So Southbound, I mean, it's so summery. Obviously, she talks about summer, and she's talking about how spring breakers are coming down to the south to celebrate spring break, and it's sort of like your first week of, like, even though it's spring break, everybody gets that first feeling of summer during spring break, especially if you go away. So she's just talking about everybody's going to the south for a good time and the heat, and everyone's getting tan lines, and everybody wants to go southbound. Like, it couldn't be a more perfect summer song. I remember even in like February or whenever she released this album, just driving, or maybe it was in the fall. She might have released this album in the fall. I don't really remember now, but I just remember driving to school and it was still cold out and jamming out to this song in my car. Like, ugh, And now I can't wait to do it with my windows open. It's just one of those good feeling songs that I can't wait to jam out to. Okay, the next one is a relatively new song. This is Summer Days by Martin Garrix, Malcolm Moore, and Fall Out Boy. I mean, the title should be enough for you, but let's listen to it. About this one, it is so that summer vibe, that little bass guitar in the background jamming out, and then Martin Garrix spinning the beats a little bit, Malcolm Moore rapping, Patrick Stump singing. It is the perfect summer jam. I definitely see it rising up on the radio. I haven't really heard it on the radio much. I kind of just stalked Spotify to find this one. I had heard it, I think maybe like once before on shuffle, but totally a summer song, and just, you know what I mean? I found her on a summer day. I knew when I saw her face that she could be the one. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? A cute little love song. Malcolm Moore is rapping about how you're in a sundress. I mean, it can't get any more summery than that, I feel. So definitely a strong contender for me. I think Martin Garrix doesn't get a lot of credit. He is a really young DJ. I think he's only like 23, but has definitely changed the game for EDM music. And even though this is still considered an EDM song, it can definitely be played on pop radio because it's, you know what I mean, enough pop to like get by. But perfect summer song. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, perfect timing. They released it at the perfect time. The next one I'm going to talk about is Drugs and the Internet by Lauv. Definitely a boppy pop song. I love Lauv. He's so creative, I feel. So let's listen to him next.
Drinking cigarette, trading on friends for drugs and the internet. Oh shit, am I winning it? Look quick, hasn't hit me yet. Mom's back home with a drinking cigarette. Ooh, 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 ooh.
So the beginning of that song is a little bit slow, obviously I can tell that, but after that first like couple of seconds of that slow, it goes right into Drugs and the Internet. I mean, it's just got a good vibe. I love songs that you can totally just like chill out to, and I feel like this is one of those songs. Like, a summer song doesn't have to be this super upbeat. I mean, it is upbeat, but it doesn't have to be this like in your face like Southbound is. It can be a more chill vibe like this, and Lauv is sort of that like mix of like indie pop, alternative, EDM. Like, it's such a big mix of things in his music that I really appreciate it because it's so many genres rolled into one that everybody will like it kind of thing. I just have loved Lauv for so long. Would like to say that I had found him sort of before he had hit it big, and that song Paris in the Rain, if you haven't heard Paris in the Rain, it's like one of my all-time favorite songs. It's so beautiful. It's just like one of those songs that you just like, it's the feels, man. But this is a relatively new song that he released. I love the writing. I love the sound in the background. Traded all my friends for the drug in the what? Traded all my friends for the drug in the, oh my god. Traded all my friends for the drugs and the internet. Wow. God. Okay. And then, you know, a little curse in there, but it's so rhythmic, and that's kind of what makes the song of a summer, when it's really rhythmic like that. So really appreciate you, Lauv, for supplying us with another summer song. The next one is Soulmate by Lizzo. I am recently very, very, very obsessed with Lizzo. Her song Tempo is like, go listen to it. I can't even tell you. Again, if you want to follow me on Spotify, I have a playlist called May Jams. Exactly what I'm listening to right now, whether it's a summer song, a slower song, everything that I'm really, really into, and the song is on there. I'm obsessed. So this one is called Soulmate. It's from a new album, but it's such a like bop jam. Yeah. Let's just listen to it. I'm soulmate, know how to love me, know that I'm always gonna hold me down. Yeah, I'm soulmate, no, I'm never lonely. I know I'm a queen, I don't need no crown. Up in the mirror like, damn, she the one. Relatable, and I really just love her, and as a, you know what I mean, as a plus size woman that she is so confident, and I just love everything that she talks about, and it's just so amazing. But This song is especially like special. It's so empowering. You know what I mean? I'm my own soulmate. I don't need anybody else to hold me down. I look up in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, she's the one. Like, what? That writing is amazing. I just, it's so good. This is one of my favorite songs from her album, and at the moment, it's such a jam, and you can't just like not move and dance to it. You know what I mean? Again, it's like one of those songs. A lot of her songs are like that. Like, you just want to get up and like dance in your underwear like someone great. I'll put a gif here if you haven't seen that movie, but that's like, it totally like embodies that. So if you haven't checked out Lizzo, she's got a lot of feel-good songs. It's especially on her album, but she's got a couple of other songs that are not on her album that are just really good bops and feel-good songs, and I can't wait to see her grow as an artist, and I want more people to listen to her and like find her music because it's really, really good. I don't know if I mentioned this, but her song Tempo is out of this world. I'm obsessed with that one, so go listen to that one. I'm not going to play it right now because it's not really my song of the summer. Contender Soulmate is. Go check that one out. My next song of the summer contender is Out of My Head by Khalid featuring John Mayer. I think John Mayer doesn't sing, he just kind of like plays the guitar, but it's again one of those vibes.
I'm here outside when you're ready. And I just can't get you out of my head. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Like, John Mayer is so, like, even though he doesn't sing on this song, he has such a unique sound. Do you know what I mean? Like, the way he plays guitar, the way it's so, like, funky and vibey, like, he has such a unique sound. And when I first heard this song, I was like, oh wow, this kind of sounds like a John Mayer type of vibe. And of course, I looked down at the song and there it was with John Mayer. I was like, that's crazy. So, like I said, I don't think he sings on the song, he just plays like the background guitar, so I love the credit that Khalid gave him, but this collaboration is truly amazing. It's a little bit different for Khalid because he's so, you know, R&B hip-hop vibes, more on the pop side, but still, and this is more of just like a funky, I can't even explain it, like an uptown funk sort of sound, and I'm absolutely loving it. I hope he continues to experiment with this sound, but it makes this song a perfect contender for the summer. Like, I don't know if this will be like that song, you know what I mean? Like, that song last year was I Like It by Cardi B, and it was just like, the second I heard it, I was like, that's song of the summer, because it's got that Spanish vibe. Usually song of the summer has got like a little bit of a Spanish vibe, and I feel like the I Don't Care by Ed Sheeran, like that song is a little bit more of that, so I feel like that's probably our number one, but this song is still on my list because I still see myself driving to the beach, even at night, and vibing to this song in the car. Like, it's just one of those really, really good songs, and without John Mayer, like, I feel like it would be a totally different song. He like makes the song, you know what I mean? And I love Khalid and he's great on his own, but John Mayer just like wraps it all together in a pretty little bow for summer, you know? The next one is called Get Stupid by Bulo, I think is how you say it. She's a relatively new artist. I don't know much about her, but this song is like amazing. I've just been listening to it on repeat the last couple of days, so let's give it a listen.
A sea of people wondering if the floor might cave in. I can feel the circles shaking the apartment. I wanna get stupid, I wanna get dumb, lose my inhibitions, dizzy from the drugs. I wanna get stupid, I wanna get dumb, lose my inhibitions, but I don't trust no one, I don't trust no one.
So, I'm not sure how I found this song exactly. I think I found out like she was going to be touring, or they might be a group, I'm not even sure, that they were going to be touring with some other artists that I follow. I can't even remember who she was going on tour with, but she was going to be like the opener, and I guess I looked the opener up, I looked Bulo up, and I was like, okay, and I started listening to a couple of songs, and I found this song. I think that's how I found it, I'm not even 100% sure, but I think that's how, and I found this song, and I was like, this is amazing. But again, it's like, is it perfectly written? No, it's not one of those songs. It's not one of those songs where I'm like, like that felt good. It's just like one of those like bops. You know what I mean? One of those like meaningless bops. Like, I want to get stupid. I want to get dumb. You know what I mean? Drugs, alcohol. Like, that's basically what she's talking about, which don't do drugs, kids, stay in school. But it's just like one of those dumb, you know what I mean, EDM pop songs, but it's just, I love sitting in my car and jamming out to this. I just like, I get so hyped to this kind of song, you know what I mean? And I haven't really listened to any of her other stuff, but if you're gonna listen to anything by her, this is the one that you should. She's got a couple of other songs out. Oh, Sweet Little Lies, which I like, but it's more of a slower song, not a summer song. She's got a song with Ty Dolla $ign, but that's pretty much it. I am really interested to see like what else she releases and comes up with, because if she continues to release songs like this, she could definitely like blow up the pop chart and be like a really big hit, or them. I don't even know. Like I said, I don't know if it's a her or them. I don't know. But I'm excited to see like where they go. And right now they have 7 million monthly listeners, which is like a really big amount for somebody who I feel like is relatively unknown. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, the next song I'm pretty sure everybody has heard, or at least I would hope, called Before I Let Go by Beyonce. It's from her homecoming documentary on Netflix. It has not been a regular song before. It's not a song people knew. It was like a song that she wrote for the movie or for the documentary, and now it's on her homecoming live album, which she put on Spotify. So I was able to, you know, listen to this one without having to go to Tidal, which, who has Tidal? You know what I mean? So, let's listen to this one. I remember when it first came out, people were like, this is so like a backyard barbecue song, and I would totally agree.
I really love you. You should know. I wanna make sure I'm right before I let go. Yeah. Now we had a good time that we can say.
Alright, so, I mean, does Beyonce ever come out with a song that's not an absolute jam? I mean, you know, like, if it's not a bop, it's like a feel-good to the left. This song is so the embodiment of backyard barbecue, like, in the pool, like, everyone's, like, having a good time, laughing, talking, and the song is in the background. Not that Beyonce should ever be in the background, but it's just one of those songs that, like, embodies that whole, you know what I mean, that whole idea. This song gives me sort of, like, New Orleans vibes, and the fact that, you know what I mean? It almost sounds like people are like marching through the streets with a band and everybody's having a good time and jamming out and singing this song. Like, that's what it reminds me of. Not that I've ever been there. One day I'd love to go, but it's so like a Mardi Gras, New Orleans feel, you know what I mean? With the horns and the drums and the band. Like, it just encapsulates that feeling. It's almost like anybody from New Orleans, like, I feel like it's New Orleans is packaged into that song. That's like how I feel about it. I don't know. You can disagree. If you feel like it doesn't, leave a comment down below, because I've never been there. But let me know your opinions on that. But it is a really good, feel-good summer jam. Not necessarily one that I'd be like, see myself driving to, but like, you know what I mean, sitting by the pool and just like tanning and that song is playing and like, it's, I don't know. It's so hard to explain, but it's jam. Absolute jam. Okay, so coming down to my last one, this is called Baby by Marina, who previously was known as Marina and the Diamonds, I think. Marina, Clean Bandit, and Louis Fonsi. It's off of her new album, which you guys should go listen to because it's really good and she's really underrated. So, alright, here's the last one. Let's go.
Guess I had my last chance, and now this is our last dance. I'm already someone else's baby. Oh, baby.
I mean, come on, like, such a little bop. I love it. It's so, like, so soft, so cute. I just, her voice on it is gorgeous. I mean, it's definitely a great pop song. Needs to be being played more, pop radio, hello. And, you know, Louis Fonsi is one of the guys behind Despacito, which we know also. Summer 2017 was a big, big hit. You know, that was definitely Song of the Summer. I'm telling you, songs of the summer have this Spanish vibe, and that's, well, that one was Spanish. I mean, half the song was in Spanish. So, I mean, it just gives everybody that, like, dancing through you know, the streets in Spain and or dancing through the streets in, you know, a Spanish or Hispanic country, I should say. And this gives me that vibe. The little, I don't even know if it's a guitar, I'm not even sure what to call it, but it gives me like Santana vibes. And Santana has a lot of Hispanic, Spanish vibes in his music. Sorry, I'm saying vibes a lot. But he has a lot of those kinds of sounds in his music, and so it makes sense that, you know, this sounds really, really similar to his because it's that sort of sound. I think Luis Fonsi comes in later and raps a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember right off the top of my head for some reason. I haven't listened to the song a ton, but it's still a really, really good contender for song of the summer. Again, it's just got that little Spanish vibe, and that's really all you need to be a hit for the summer. So I hope that gets played more on radio because I think people would really, really like to hear it and add that to their sort of summer jam. Alright guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I feel like I'm at enough subscribers to tell you to hit the bell down below. So maybe do that because then you'll get a notification for every video when I post every week. I post every Friday. If you'd like to follow me on my social media, that's in the description box below. I'm pretty active on all of those. Again, follow me on Spotify to hear new music and more summer jams, and follow this playlist to hear a complete summer playlist. And I'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye!
All the eyes on me, all the eyes are not on me.
Yeah.
All the eyes on me, all the eyes are not on me.